Welcome. Today we'll learn how to balance the chemical equation between barium chloride and aluminum sulfate. Let's start by writing out our unbalanced equation. First, let's identify all the elements present and count how many atoms of each element appear on each side. Let's see what we need to balance. We have barium is already balanced with one atom on each side. Chlorine has two atoms on the left, but three on the right. Aluminum has two atoms on the left, but only one on the right. Sulfur has three atoms on the left, but only one on the right. And oxygen has 12 atoms on the left, but only four on the right. Let's balance this step by step. First, let's balance aluminum by adding a coefficient of 2 in front of aluminum chloride. This gives us two aluminum atoms on both sides. Next, let's balance sulfur and oxygen by adding a coefficient of 3 to barium sulfate. This gives us 3 sulfur atoms and 12 oxygen atoms on both sides. Now we need to balance barium by adding a coefficient of 3 to barium chloride. This also affects our chlorine atoms. Let's verify our final balanced equation. On both sides, we now have 3 barium atoms, 6 chlorine atoms, 2 aluminum atoms, 3 sulfur atoms, and 12 oxygen atoms. The equation is now perfectly balanced. To summarize, we balance this equation by 1. First balancing aluminum with a coefficient of 2, then balancing sulfur and oxygen with a coefficient of 3, finally balancing barium and chlorine with another coefficient of 3. Remember to check that all elements are balanced on both sides.